Say parkour when you do it.
Pourquoi? More like. It's okay.
I think you can.
I'll just repel.
I think you can stand on it, on the center of the green thing for a little.
And then once it's...
Yeah, it should be okay. Yeah. There.
Parkour master.
Parkour.
8. So 8 of them.
Let's do it.
Yes. Obviously, we have a bit more of a casual episode today, and we will be building this
Super awesome work table. Yeah, let's do a informal shop tour. So I guess we've never actually done a shop tour with the new shop. You've probably seen it in a couple of the videos. And part of the reason that we kind of wanted to film today is we want to show you that we're always kind of evolving the shop and thinking of different ways to improve it. And one of the things that we kind of realize is that we need more table space. I mean, you can't have too much table space in a shop. We start to have parts piling up. You can see the shop right now is a bit of a chaotic mess, but we're here to alleviate that. So we're thinking right now, we've got this big open spot in this part of the shop that we're thinking of putting a table in place of where we usually will like store a car inside. We find more and more that we're working on just one car at a time. That's kind of the way we like to work. And if we have room on the floor, stuff piles up and it's chaotic and we want to get rid of that. So what we're doing is we're going to build a table somewhere around this side. It's going to be about 5 feet by 8 foot. It's going to have a shelf. It's going to be a bit lower. The other tables in the shop are a bit higher, like standing desks, but we want something that you can kind of look down on if you're working on an engine or, you know, cutting something. So it's going to be about roughly this spot here. Right now we've got this cardboard box in place that's covering up some rooftop tents that we've got going on. But hopefully we'll be able to store those underneath.
So how usable do you think this backspace will be, and how far will the table come?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be pretty heavy duty. We'll be able to move it. I think if need be, we'll be able to move it up right to the edge of where we've got these the scaffolding here with the shelves. And then we could fit 2 minis in a row, and then if need be, 1 on the lift. So we could fit 3 inside here, no problem. Which is more than enough, and I think normally it'll kind of sit more in the middle, so we've got walking space around everything. We've got shelving kind of all along the edge here. This stuff here, there's like 2 shelves here. This is mostly all new mini parts, and we've got it organized by these little containers here. So, you know, for instance, this one here, it's actually all alphabetical, starting from here, moving down the way. So steering, suspension, so I've got, you know, knuckle joints, springs, hose clamps, gauges, vacuum lines, brakes, bushings, interior stuff, carburetors, all the way down. We've got new boxed parts here up top, you know, oil filters, caps, high-lows, all the kind of doings of a mini shop. Organized chaos, I would say.
I really like this thing.
This one is a big improvement for us. What we have here is a whole bunch of containers with hardware. This stuff has been awesome. For the longest time, we had kind of a series of bins, which we still keep here for kind of used bolts that come off of cars, nuts, and we've got them organized by small, medium, large. Small, medium, large for nuts, and then we've got a washers and a little bin of super extra small stuff. But it was really annoying having to, like, if you needed a bolt, whatever, to like go through the bin of used stuff. Wasn't really our style, so we ended up investing in this, and we keep these fully stocked. We've got all the dimensions on here, brand new CAD plated bolts.
Yeah, this one's yellow zinc 5/16 fine, which if I can focus. Super common size for a mini.
Yeah, so this is pretty, we keep mostly like standard stuff, all mini specific stuff, and we also have some kind of random things. We have some cool ones in here. We've got this one that's just the bins filled with universal joints or steering linkages, tube nuts, all different sorts of brake line fittings, both AN and not. Let's see what else we got that's kind of neat. This one here, bin of random friction positioning hinges. We've got over here -8 AN fittings, Zeus fasteners, AN fittings. These are all -3 AN fittings, line clips, and then a couple other the kind of pieces. We really like these notch head line clamps. They just bolt on and hold soft lines and hard lines, and they just snap in and out. These are awesome. So all this kind of stuff. And while we're talking about that, we also kind of, at the last shop, we had just the one big rolling drawer and then a bunch of stuff mounted on the wall, which is super handy because we were in kind of one space, but we end up with this one. We got a separate toolbox, and we organized stuff a little bit differently. So we've got the main one. This is my old school toolbox here, and a lot of it is kind of pre-filled with these trays, so everything has a place. It's also got a little bit of kind of order to it. Maybe you're curious on kind of how we have it set up. So on the top, I got random kind of access stuff, gloves, face mask. You know, this is sort of a moving thing. Whatever's on top here is kind of what I'm working on. And then we got some small bits here. Just random kind of little things here. This is a specialty tool I made to get the spark plug out of SPI minis, so you don't have to take the alternator off for the #1 spark plug. This is pretty handy if someone wants to make this. It's just a socket, open-ended socket welded to a rod, and you can stick it down inside. Spark plug pokes through the hole, and then you can crack it at least to get it out. I've got some other specialty tools that we've made on the top one here. We've got, let's see here, these are all different punches and stuff. Next one down, here's some specialty tools. This one is to hold the flywheel when you're taking off the nut on the end. This one's to torque the CV. I forget what I made this one for. This one is to pop out CVs. Just made this out of some sheet steel. I think I had that in a previous video. So kind of the random small things. But then another thing is we got all basic tools, and then the bottom 3 drawers here, this stuff here is just anything that's in a container. So hose clamps, vacuum lines, O-rings, but these are all like new kind of container items. The drawer below that, used bulbs that are good. We've got line clips here, crush washers, random fittings here for mechanical oil pressure lines, bulbs, random LED stuff. It's kind of some neat things. And then we got the big container here, and we've got a bunch of stuff in here. I don't have to go through it all, but you might notice the Harley engine on top. We're building a chopper right now, believe it or not. Not mini related, but kind of a fun side project.
What kind of chopper?
Yeah, it's going to be the chopper from Easy Rider, if you know the Captain America
Looking for adventure.
chopper, it's called. So it's actually, this is a 47 pan head. Yeah, and to avoid rambling too much, we've got some neat projects in the house right now. You probably remember this one. You've seen some videos on it. It's sold on Bring a Trailer, but the new owner is actually local, so we're going to be doing some work for him with it. You can see we've already added a new roof rack. Going to be doing some other modifications to the interior. This one up here is a really nice car, and we're doing a Honda D-Series swap on it, which we'll be documenting as we go along, so make sure to stay tuned for that. As we kind of come along the shop here, we've got our office. We've got a new toy in here that we've been playing with a lot. Right here, this is a Perusa 3D printer, and we've been doing a ton of cool 3D printed pieces for this. Really handy tool, really neat. This is also kind of where we keep all of our paperwork and books, and we've got our printer and our sound system and everything housed in here, just to kind of keep things clean. And then coming over here, we've got our kind of packing station. You can see we've got a bunch of the visors that have been flying off the shelf right now, ready to be shipped out to customers. And we've got a testing station here for our headlights before we send them out, so we verify everyone's good. This is also where the kind of computers live. This is where Marco does all the animation and designs for our t-shirts and whatnot. I finally sharpened my knife. Oh, think of all the business. Oh, raised lettering. Should we redo a scene of American Psycho?
You could really feel the dope.
Yeah. New card. What do you think?
Ooh, very nice.
Picked them up from the printer yesterday.
Nice coloring.
They call it Ebony. Font's something called Gotham.
Very cool, Ogilvy, but it's nothing. Look at this. Satin black, Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
Jesus, that's really super. How did a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
I can't believe that Marco prefers Nico's card to mine.
But wait, you ain't seen nothing yet. Chrome lettering, black.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Marco's card. Look at that off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god, it's even fully loaded with stickers.
Something wrong? Phil? You're sweating.
Well, should we get back to work? Yeah. We opened the card. Well, we were talking about.
Well, you have to have the snapback though, and then
Oh,
on the table.
Marco was talking about his station.
No.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Well, that's what we were talking about.
You should fade it in like a dream.
Yeah.
This is where I work. Yeah, this is a Cintiq. You can, wait, it's not working. Yeah, I've had this monitor for like 10 years. I bought it out of spite, actually.
What do you mean out of spite?
Because like the deal was I worked for free for my animation studio, and they were gonna buy me give me one of their Cintiqs in exchange for their work, but they never gave me one. And they're like, you should get that in email next time. And then like same day, I like out of spite I bought one myself. Best decision ever. Because I've been using it for like the last 10-15 years. Yeah. Oh, and you just draw on it. You draw stuff on it. You draw. Oh my god. It's based on my favorite band growing up, Joy Division. Their debut album, Unknown Pleasures. And I just did it with minis. Yeah, it's all hand-drawn, line by line. Yeah. Drawing things.
So if you haven't inferred already, we now share the new shop with Adam, which we did a shop tour of his old shop before. But pretty much all this space is Adam's space. So machinist, fabricator. So we share kind of the central workbench here, and then he's got all his tools, tubing bender, sanders, grinders and stuff. When first got the building, we actually took this wall down here, opened it up, and then goes to his work bay. So he's got 2 lifts. There's a FBRX7 race car in the house right now. And then he's also got his mills and lathes and press and all the heavy machinery. So it's really cool for us because being able to learn a lot, and then if we ever need any machining capabilities, pretty much he can do everything. So it's been awesome, like partnership so far. Yeah, I mean his side, maybe we can do a more detailed shop tour on his side. Got his mini up on the wall. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the shop here. I'm sure you'll be seeing more of it in more videos, but we've got a workbench to build and an engine to deliver, so let's go.
Technique.
Oh, wait.
You totally, yeah, basically, there you go.
Oh yeah.